on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's episode, I have the 6 cents sack for the month of November. First of all, I want to say happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's passed, but I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, happy holidays. Hope you have a fantastic holiday. I know I have them. I've been kind of neat working on some things, getting some things done for a friend of mine. Good spinner bait. Working on some spinner baits here. Working on a few. Getting a hold of some guys from the NPFL, making sure they got hooked up for their first tournament. But without further ado, we will get into this month's sack. 6 cents subscription sack is a monthly subscription sack. That's a good way to replenish your tackle wall and try out some new things. I remember last month I had some crappie stuff, so I'm always willing to try something new. This has definitely put me out of my little comfort zone and actually try to get me to work on some things better. But without further ado, we'll get into this month's box. This is the month of November, and I apologize. Yes, it is in December. We're going to have that box coming right here shortly, probably before the new year. But without further ado, let's get into this box. Alright, starting off with hooks. You cannot go wrong with hooks. You always got to have terminal tackle. One of those things that always got to have it. Terminal tackle is one of these things. And this here is a flipping hook. It's an ox flipping hook. It's a 3/0 hook. I really like these hooks. I will take these and convert these over into light bladed jigs. Okay, so straight standard hooks, I'll take those and convert those. But that, you get a full pack. Actually, there's 5 in here, so that's a full pack. Okay, then you get a kind of cool. It's like a koozie. Very nice. Yeah, it's a koozie. All right, on to the next bait. All right, here we go. We got a Provoke 97X. This is 3 to 5 feet. This color is Ghost Pro Shad. 1/2 ounce. Like I said, 97 millimeters. It's kind of like the scope stick. Slightly smaller than the scope stick, but 3 to 5 feet. Good little bait to use in this time of year. Also, if it suspends or excuse me, if it suspends or just slow sinks, that's a good bait to use right now with this cold water. Next up, it's called the Pressure Series. I like these. These are kind of cool. I bought a bunch of these. This is a Pressure Series, a PD7. Slow float, suspending crankbait. 3/8 ounce. You're looking at 5 to 7 feet. This is a PD7. This goes down approximately 7 feet. I think they have a excuse me. I think they have a 4, a 7, a 9, 12, 13, or 14, something like that, and then 16, 22. So they have quite a bit that goes pretty deep. So if you like deep diving crankbaits, these are pretty good. This is a medium crankbait at 5 to 7 feet. So very nice color. This one here is a matte ghostified. I like that. It's cool. Excellent. Let me take that out. Let's see that color up close. Look at that color, yo. Look at that. Similar to a see-through. Very beautiful color. Very nice. Not quite a flat side. little bulky a little bit in the center there. But definitely a pressure series style bait. I like that. You can see the weight transfer in there. Okay, goes back and forth, kind of like what you would do. Excuse me, what you would do on a jerk bait. So this is a crankbait. Very nice. Slow float. Get it down there deep, and then it'll just slowly raise. And sometimes it may just stay put. Very nice. Love those things. Next up, salt plastic. Here we go. This has got a fiction shad 4.3. I never used this. Never even heard of it. Never even seen it until now. That's very unique. Very, very, very unique. Green shiner. Huh. I like it. Kind of reminds me of the blueback herring color. Something similar to that. Well, I don't know how to rig these. We'll find out together, I guess. On the next bait. Oh yes, the Congo crawls. I love these crawls. These are absolutely phenomenal. You can do so much with these. This is the Magic Crawl 3.8. This is a 6-pack. So these crawls, these Congo crawls, they have a set in the middle and 2 sets on the end. So they have similar like that. So you can either, I think that's what these are. Yes, they have 2 sets. You have the outside set crawl and the inside set. So you can either take them apart with just the 2 in the middle, or leave them together and go up and down. They do have a kicker, kind of similar to a rage crawl, something like that, with the kick. Very nice, outstanding Congo crawl 3.8. Very nice. I highly recommend getting those. Last but not least, I have never seen these. I've seen these on one channel before, and I was kind of leery about them, and I'm still kind of weirded out by them. I don't understand what they're for. They're called the Judge 5.9 inch green pumpkin juice. Can't go wrong with green pumpkin. You can always throw green pumpkin, and it always mimics a bluegill. So, can't go wrong with green pumpkin. But, I don't know what you would use these on. I have like a unique tail. Very unique style of bait. A little bit thick in the middle here. Or thick in the middle here. You have a pretty good head on them. This tail back here, you would cut that tail. It's like a cutter tail. But I think you would just rig these up with that. You can do it weightless, or you can even do it with a like a free. Oh, you know what? These will work really good with a free rig. I think that's just my opinion. These might work really good on a free rig because they come up in this kind of spiral down or whatever, and that tail would just kick. We use these a lot in Mosquito Lake. Something similar to these, cutter worms, the Zoom, those type of worms. This one is very unique. I don't know how to use this. I will have to look it up. So I don't know how to use this one or this one. I might have to look up both of these. I think these two are very cool, very nice baits. I think they'll be amazing to have. So that's 2 baits I got in there. Congo crawl, can't go wrong. Pitching and flipping on a Congo crawl, or putting it on the back of a chatterbait, or even the back of a bladed jig, or even a spinner bait, right? You get those actions from the crawls. You got a Precious Series crankbait. This is a 3/8 ounce, 5 to 7 feet, PD7. Check out the other style of those. And then you got your Provoke 97. I really like the downsize sometimes. Downsize actually does pay off certain times of the year. And also it's kind of good because when everybody's throwing the 110 plus 1, or the you know, like the Mega Bass ones or the Berkeley, you can go to these, and these are a little bit smaller, and you can still get as many, if not more, bites than that. And then of course, terminal tackle. Guess you can rig this with 2, maybe 3 other things, but that's all I got for this bag for 6 cents. I really like this bag. This is nice. It's actually got some challenging stuff for me, for sure. These are definitely going to challenge me to step out of my comfort zone and try them and figure out a way to throw them. I mean, everybody knows how to throw a jerkbait. Majority of people do. Precious Series of crankbaits, you know, and then of course your flipping crawls and stuff. And these have a little bit more kickers. You want to wait until, if you're going to use those ones with the kickers, highly suggest you wait until 55 degrees or higher. That's when the metabolism from the fish seem to be generating more like energy, so they're willing to hit it more. I usually will throw a chunk, pretty much a dead weight going through there, just to get a couple of things. So but that's all I got for this video. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for swinging by. As always, God bless. God bless.